All right, this is Stark Raving Totals. So welcome to the segment. This is where we talk about totals across the board in sports, NBA, MLB, all that good stuff. Well, right now we're focusing on the NBA playoffs, and we are 2-0 in our last two picks here on this segment. That puts us to 6-3 on the playoffs so far this season. So we did take this segment from the Facebook Live Facebook Live channel for Sportsbook Review, and we're now on YouTube Live. So you guys come in, you give awesome comments. That is what, if I can talk, that's what this segment is about. And we'll go ahead and we'll make a pick on the day, and then we'll talk about whatever picks you guys have. For those of you who don't know, I live in Japan, so it's really early in the morning for me, but it's a great time to get up, have some coffee, handicap some games, and talk about the slate of games on the day. All right, so the last two games, well, let me mention some things real quick. Always don't forget, SBRpicks.com. A lot of cool articles. Sportsbook Review, of course, that's the main web page, and you got to go there for the sign-up bonuses, the blacklist, and also the odds are really important to look at. You can see where the public money's at, where the numbers are moving, things like that. And we're going to talk about that in 1 second because I am going to go to that page. What else we got? Our YouTube channel, that's this. Duh. And then, of course, the Facebook page. A lot of good links on there. So if you're not really sure where to go to check out more on what you think about handicapping during the day, check out the Facebook page for Sportsbook Review. And that will probably help you out. Okay, so let's get this started. 1 sec here. All right, so I'm trying to get, so this is a kind of a new format for me, so I'm still kind of getting used to it. I'm trying to get it to where I can see the comments on the chat page, and I'm not really seeing it very well, but I can see it on the YouTube page. All right, well, that's not really that important. Let's talk. All right, so today, two really good NBA basketball games. So the first one here, and I'll get to all your comments. So you guys come in, you give comments, and then I'll go and I'll scroll back through and I'll comment back to you. Let's look at the later game. Check this out. So you got New Orleans versus Golden State. 222.5 was the opener. It's now at 226.5. That is bananas. Excuse me, that is bananas. And the public's on it. 58% of the public right now is on the over. And why? Well, because they've gone over, their two last times they've gone to 240 this season. Just a game back, I think it was like April like 7th or something like that. They went bananas. I did want to talk about that game real quick. So for me right now, I got to lean on the under because that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. It's 222.5. It's gone to 226. I can see why. Actually, I don't even need to look at it. I remember. I mean, if you look at that game between New Orleans and Golden State, the last time they played, Curry was out. They went for 70 points the first quarter. They got up over 90 attempts, or around 90 attempts, which is not super fast. But gosh, they shot out of their mind. They both shot over 50%. They shot like 40% from distance. It was stupid. It was just crazy. I have a hard time believing they're going to repeat that type of performance in a playoff game. Now, we've noticed a trend here in these early playoff games that it seems, I'd have to go back and double check, but it seems for the most part, the over has been more prevalent in the first couple of games. And then we've seen some lower totals as the series has progressed, which kind of makes some sense. Defenses make adjustments. So maybe they'll go bananas. Maybe it'll go over 240 again. I don't think so. I got to lean on the under. No play. So we're going to look at Milwaukee and Boston again, and that's just the way it's gonna have to be. Let me see if I can get these comments up here. So I'm not getting I see the chat window here. Now I got it on the YouTube channel, but that gives me a little bit of a delay. That is bizarre. I'll have to talk to my friends at Sportsbook Review. All right, let's talk about this Milwaukee-Boston game. So it opened up at about, what was it, like 197? It dropped, went down to like 196, almost 195 at some places. And now it's kind of, we've seen it push back up. Public, it's 50-50. And right now I got it at 196. And I'm going over. I'm going over the 196. So I've gone under the last 2 times, but I kind of like for the over in this game to hit. I don't love this play. I don't love it by any means, but for a unit, I got no problem taking a unit on it. And let me tell you why. So if we look at the last two games, the tempo has not been horrible. They've been, the scoring hasn't really been there. But if we look at, let's go to game 5. So if we look at game 5, that 92-87 final, which we had the under. I mean, Milwaukee got up 87 attempts, but they shot 36.8% overall, and they shot 27% from distance. Let's go to game 6. Game 6, kind of the same thing, but the opposite, where the Celtics got up over 80 attempts, but they shot 37% overall and 27% from distance. So I think everything's going to accumulate today. Accumulate. See, can't even. I need coffee. Oh my god, it's live. It's live. Love making mistakes when we're live. It's gonna accumulate. Everything's gonna accumulate. Forget it. It's all gonna come together. It's all gonna come together today, and I think we're gonna see something closer to. I think it's gonna sneak over 200 points. So again, I think those percentages we just saw from Milwaukee and Boston consecutively, respectively, it's not going to happen again. And the tempo has not been super slow. It's not been like a real grind out sort of tempo. I think they get there because you're still talking about two teams. I mean, on the season, you're talking about a Milwaukee team. They're shooting 48% overall. Boston shoots under 45%, but they shoot over 45% at home. Now, I was looking at the tempo. Milwaukee, a really slow tempo team. I mean, they averaged just just over 81 attempts at home, but on the road that jumps to 84, which is good. And also they allow a really low tempo, just 83.7 on the season overall, but that also jumps up over 84 when they're on the road. Not a big disparity, but I think it's a statistic you got to take a look at. I think we're going to see a little more up tempo. I think the Celtics want to run a little bit because if they can get out and push the pace a little bit, I think they'll have a better chance. If they kind of try to grind it out with Milwaukee, I think they might have some trouble. What is the line right now? I know what it started at. Let's see if it's moved. Yeah, it's gone to 5. Well, it's kind of stayed at 4.5. Kind of like New Orleans plus the points too. They're playing really good right now. They're getting 9. I mean, Golden State's Golden State. It's kind of a tough call. So for me, I was digging into the stats even more. I mean, Milwaukee, they've been good on the road. I mean, they're shooting over 47% on the road. They're shooting 36% from distance. Boston's a really good home shooting team. I think the pace is going to be a little bit quicker. I think they're just going to get over this 196. So I don't love the play, but I think as far as making a pick today, I think it's the best one on the board out of the two games. There's not a lot to choose from. And I didn't really dig into the Major League Baseball. Right now, I got a unit on Boston and Tampa Bay over the 9. What's the score on that one? This is live, so I can check it right now. And then I'll go ahead. I'm going to get your comments here in just one sec. Let's see here. I haven't checked it since I started doing it. Now 1-0 in the second. Runner in second, no outs, top 2. I think they get there. That's it for me. So I got one pick on the card here. We got Boston, Milwaukee. I'm going over the 196. And you guys tell me what you got. And I really wish I can get this comments section up. I can see your comments on the YouTube channel, which is cool. But I'm not getting it on the group chat part. I'm going to have to talk to my friends at Sportsbook View to see how I do that. I don't want to mess with this too much because I don't want to cancel this and all of a sudden I'm just off the screen. I'm getting used to it. I'll get better as it goes. It's only my 3rd show. All right, so let me get to what we got here. All right, so let's see. All right, here we go. So we got Michelle coming in. Good to see you. Yes, Michelle, friend from the Facebook live show. Good to see you as well. King Rail, what's up? King Rail over Golden State 224.5. Well, it's gone up now, 226. Public's all over it. I don't know, man. I think it's too much, but that's me. And Tomor, I was on Utah last night. I thought Utah should have covered even with the Rubio injury, but that's NBA betting. Yeah, that is. And that whole Rubio thing, that's going to hurt the Jazz, man. He really gets them going. So keep an eye on his injury. We got Juan coming in. Good call on the underplay. Thank you. Yeah. Ken, New Orleans plus the 9. I kind of like New Orleans plus the 9. Dan coming in, New Orleans plus the 9 in the over. I don't know. Again, I kind of got to lean on the under, but I haven't decided on that yet. Jay, I like the under. I think it's going up because Steph is questionable. Okay. So again, we're talking about that Golden State New Orleans game. Juan again, plus 9 has value. Jay Will, Pelicans plus 9. You guys stop. Everybody stop taking the Pelicans. No, I think it's a good call. It's so hard to bet against Golden State at home. But Anthony Davis is freaking awesome. And tomorrow, I think series trends start more high scoring since teams have fresh legs. Yeah, defensive intensity early this year. Well, it's all about, first of all, they haven't matched up that much this year. We're talking about New Orleans and Golden State. It's only been a few times. And they have an interesting dynamic how they match up. Alvin Gentry's he's an up-tempo coach. You got to remember, he's a Phoenix Suns guy. So, and he's not been a great defensive coach in the past. So, it could get, look, the last 2 times they've matched up, they've gone well over, but it's now the playoffs. Golden State's still a fantastic defensive team. So we'll just have to see how it works out. King Rail, the refs give up plus 9.056 points to the home team. Golden State can cover. Then, but rather play the spread. Yeah. Again, remember, it's a sporting contest. I think odds makers have this number pretty dialed in. I'm a little bit surprised it's got pushed up to 9. I'm a little bit surprised about that. Something to take a look at. Is this Eson or Eson? Good point for Timur. Dan, Timur, what do you like that game? Then Pelicans plus 9 the over. Good question. Eson at 1. I'm in the same boat. Okay. Let's see here. Let's keep going on this. So we got Timur coming in. Dan, I like the over in the first half. Okay. And Dan coming in saying thank you. All right. I'm looking for questions for me. And we got Timur coming in. I think the key to the Boston-Milwaukee series is Boston's lack of depth and smart playing is taking minutes from Tatum. Brown played 40 minutes in Game 6 and with gas. That's great stuff right there. Game 6 with gas. Lean first half. First half's over, second half under. That's an interesting assessment. King, Milwaukee has the best player on the court. Yeah. Good. Okay. If you guys are coming back to each other, I'm not going to go ahead and mention on this. Let's see. Dan, I just like the Indian-Cleveland series. Line maker's been moving the total down every game. Same team, same situation, but the line on open up 204. Oh, closes to a 2.5. Now it's 196 too far. Okay, so we're talking about that Indiana, the Pacers, and Cavs game. I'll be on for that tomorrow. I think, what time does that start tomorrow? What's first? When's the tip? No, I will not be on for that. I will not be on for that. We might have to hit up Major League Baseball tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, this is interesting. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. I think I'm going to have a Major League Baseball pick because for my segment, I won't be on my scheduled segment. I won't be on. The games will have already started because they're Sunday games. So, well, I might have a Major League Baseball total for you. That's good. I'm kind of ready to do that anyways. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Lloyd coming in. Only Major League Baseball total today is Cards Pirates over 8. Dan, I like the Pirates on the money line. Williams, arguably Pirates ace. Pitched great thus far. And Ken Peacock coming in. I believe giving us a soccer play. Trenton, what is the play? Trenton, I will recap here in just one sec. Ken Peacock, 2 goals in 2 minutes. Okay, so I guess we missed something there. Timur. Yeah, thank you for the tip. I can always check that. No, that comment is about Milwaukee and Boston. Dan coming in talking about something else. And then we got Gene likes Boston on the over. Me too. Well, I like the over. Okay. And Dan, just like the Indian-Cleveland series, I like how you guys are talking to each other. And then we got Gene with you on the Pelicans 9 and the under. Okay. So this is what we got. For those of you that came in a little bit late, I got Boston, Milwaukee. I'm going over the 196. I like the tempo. The last two games from the road teams, I believe their percentages are going to pick up because the last two games, the road teams have shot very poorly, with the Celtics shooting around 37%, then Milwaukee shooting around, vice versa, shooting 37%, and then Boston shooting about 37%. Both of those teams, when they're on the road, shooting under 30% from distance, but the tempo is pretty good. And I think we're going to go ahead and see them drop more shots. And I think the pace is going to be there. All right. So that's it for me. Real quick segment. If you guys got anything more to comment about or any questions, there's not a ton of action going on today. We got 2 NBA games. I got a little lean on New Orleans plus the 9 and the under. Actually, I think that's just way too many points. We're just going to have to see. What else we got here? Tomorrow, I think 7 games each. Possession matters. The game can really tire young players who haven't played in these big games before. Tempo should be fast early. I think so. We'll see, man. It's, again, like I mentioned before, it's a sporting contest. You just kind of have to see how it plays out. All right. Well, hey, I really appreciate you guys coming in. Thanks for all the awesome comments. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to recap. We're going to be back tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern with a Major League Baseball play. Let me take a look at the slate of games for tomorrow. I haven't really dug into it so much, but Major League Baseball is one of our major sports that we do cover, and we will be covering it on this segment. So a lot of early games, of course, Sunday, but we got a couple later games we'll be able to cover with we'll be looking at the Dodgers and the Giants and the Yankees and the Angels. So you can expect a pick from one of those plays. I already kind of, just looking at the matchups right now, I already kind of know where I want to go with that 8 and 8.5. But we'll go ahead. Let me go ahead and do a little bit more research. So that's it. Here we go. So Juan, good show. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming in. You guys are what makes this show good. So on that Facebook Live segment where I used to do this, it was all about the people coming in and giving the comments, and then I can give feedback off of that. You guys can ask me questions, and I can answer, my opinion. Sometimes I just don't know. So if you guys are asking me something really obscure about some obscure Major League Baseball game or a pitcher I don't know a lot about, I'll just say I don't know. It's going to be honest. And Dan, again, after looking at the first half, I like Celtics Bucks under the 97.5. Okay, so we got someone going against what I think is going to happen, which is going to be the over. But that's the first half. So I wish you luck. Hope that works out for you. For me, guys, I'm going to take Boston, Milwaukee over the 196. That's going to be my one pick on the day. We'll be back tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern, which is going to be right when Houston starts. So let me double check that. It's 4:30 Eastern, right? Gosh darn, I really want to be. I'll tell you what, if I can go ahead and sneak in a little bit early, I'm going to start the show maybe about like 4:25 because I want to talk about that Jazz Rocket series. I want to see. It looks like Rubio is going to be out. Right now the line's at 207. So I might be able to make a pick on that, but it's going to have to be a fast one. And if you wanted to play it, you'd have to get it in pretty quickly. But I'll probably have a play on probably that game. But we'll have something. We'll have something for sure. So tune in. At worst, tune in, see what other people are on, and we can go ahead and make a good play. And let's see, we got one more thing from tomorrow. Stevens always changes lineups game to game. Might make sense to bet the total in game 2. All right, so thanks again. All right, one more time. I really like this YouTube live segment because a lot more people, a lot more comments, a lot more feedback from me to you, which I really like to do. Is I like to answer questions, so it's a lot of fun. And real quick, Johnny, you like the Yankees minus 110? No. No, I don't really like the Yankees at minus 110. All right, that's it. For me today, I got Boston, Milwaukee. I'm going over the 196. You guys, best of luck. Thanks again for coming in. Thanks again for all the comments. We'll be back tomorrow, 4:30, maybe 4:25. Maybe we'll sneak in a little bit early to give out a real quick Houston Jazz pick. But I think I might be locked in at that 4:30 Eastern slot. I'll check with my friends at Sportsbook Review. But we'll be back tomorrow for sure with some more comments about totals. This is Stark Raving Totals. Thanks again one last time. Boston, Milwaukee over the 196. Our one pick on the day. You guys, best of luck. We'll talk real soon. All right. So take care, everybody. I will catch you tomorrow. All right. Take care.